the Miley Cyrus you all grew up with
Oh, yeah.
versus the Miley Cyrus that I grew up with. Hello everyone, let's get into the video. It is New Year's Eve 2023 and I wasn't originally planning on this video, at least from the beginning of the year. Like, this was not on the 2023 bingo card. However, when I made the Endless Summer Vacation reaction, a commenter suggested react to bangers, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's actually a good idea, because bangers turned 10 years old in 2023 and I still have not heard the entire album. So I think specifically we're going to listen to the deluxe version, because why not? There's a lot of songs on here that I am not at all familiar with. I have definitely heard Wrecking Ball, We Can't Stop of course, and Adore You. So this will be very interesting, to say the least, and it will be, I think it'll be entertaining for you all, because yeah. So with creating album reaction videos, I try to wear something that somewhat aligns with the color scheme or the essence of the album cover. And I'm like, what is the least conservative thing I can wear to match the bangers era? And obviously this doesn't really match it, but I think I might have found something that works for me. But I think I'm gonna change in 3, 2. So yes, this is the look that we're gonna go for to somewhat match the bangers aesthetic. I don't plan on watching any of the videos since they're more than 9 or 10 years old now. And I think I'll listen to a little bit of the singles, but I'm not going to spend too much time on them. One thing I'm going to mention before we get into the video, please check out the links in the description. I will add some new ones and add some updated resources and links in the description. I encourage you to check those out. Without further ado, shall we get into the album? Alright, track number 1 on the deluxe version of Bangers is titled Adore You.
Are you listening? Wondering where you've been all my life. You more, boy, I when you're near me, I feel like I'm standing with an army.
So I think that's all we're gonna hear of Adore You. And that one's a standout track. It's a single, of course. I think this song showcases one of the vulnerable sides of the album. I mean, knowing that Wrecking Ball and We Can't Stop are on the album, like this one, or like this song showcases like a more vulnerable and more softer side to the album, but it's bangers, so we're gonna get, like, for lack of a better term, bangers. I never would have expected myself to ever listen to this album in full, but this would make for great content, I'm just saying. So I'm a little bit nervous, but it's okay. We're gonna move on. The next track on the album is titled We Can't Stop. Oh, I forgot about the extended intro. I'm used to the video version.
Hands in the air like we don't care, 'cause we came to have so much fun now. Like that we can't stop, that we won't stop. We run things don't run, we don't need nothing from nobody.
Alright, that's all we're gonna listen to. We Can't Stop. And that one's a banger, hence the album title. And I think she was so smart for releasing this as the first official single for the album, because, yeah, this made waves. And, I don't know if I would say like cultural reset. When I think now and use the term cultural reset, I don't use that term very lightly. When I would refer to something as being a cultural reset within like pop culture, I think of this idea or event that happened in pop culture that not only makes waves in the world of pop culture, but also transcends boundaries and makes a big impact beyond just the realm of pop culture. Like it might change like ideologies or change something about our society or like something about the way that the world works or like how people view certain things. So like for example, when Beyonce's self-titled album released, it changed the worldwide release day to Friday, and then she surprise released the album, which was unheard of. No one had ever done that before. And it was a visual album. There was a music video for every single song. Okay, the Beehive is showing that this is a Miley Cyrus video. Wrong artist. But that, for example, I would consider that to be a cultural reset because it not only transcended boundaries and made waves within the realm of music and pop culture, but it also changed the way that artists release music now. So with that in mind, I felt like in retrospect, like looking back at the Bangers era, dare I say she was ahead of her time? I really think so. Like people were just up in arms like on the Miley Cyrus hate train. Like people were out to get her. Like people were like, she's a bad influence on the younger generation. Like what has this world come to? The Bangers era was such a pivotal moment growing up in the 2010s. And I kind of talked about this in the Endless Summer Vacation video. But yeah, you just had to be there when everything happened. Like, yeah, I could go down memory lane. I'm sure I'll talk a little bit more when we get to Wrecking Ball. Okay, I could go on and on, but we have other songs to get to. Say your piece. We're gonna move on. The next track on the album is titled SMS, in parentheses, Bangers, featuring Britney Spears.
With a tree on my lap. All the boys like to ask me what you doing with that. Yeah, yeah. You say you love me, I ain't fooling with that. They ask me how I keep a man, I keep a battery pack. Yeah, yeah. One day he wants me.
Okay. I was like, have I heard this song before? But this song sounds vaguely familiar. I might have listened to this song maybe like once or twice. But I don't think I've heard Britney's verse on this. If she even has a verse, I don't know. She could just be background vocals. I don't know. That's what I'm getting so far. Okay, anyway. We're gonna keep listening.
I be strutting my stuff. Flying high up on a bird. Acrophobia, I slick Carter, I am down my purse. Where the dollars at? I let her know the rent's due on the first. They can call her hers, cause if there's any violation, I go up for that. Catwalk, slick talk, flirting with them big dogs. I be strutting my stuff.
Okay. Alright, that was SMS Bangers with Britney Spears. And I like Britney's verse on it. I had surprisingly never heard her verse on it until just now. However, the song as a whole, at least for me, this one is definitely sampling something. That melody, what is that melody? The melody sounds familiar, but I can't really place it right now. Yeah, I don't know if I will seek this one out or give it another chance. I do like Britney on it. That's all I gotta say. The next track on the album is titled 4x4 featuring Nelly.
Round and round, and away we go, and away we go, and away we go. 4x4, and away we go. High, not low, and away we go. I'm a female rebel, can't you tell? Bang on the dashboard, just shift a nail. Away we go. 4x4, and away we go. High, not low, and away we go. Round.
I think I need something to get into the song more. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm ready. It was either this hat or the disco one, which I feel like this one is probably better. Now I'm ready. We're gonna continue listening.
One of the singers back from the sea, pumping his brakes to the sound of the beat. Pumping his brakes to the sound of the beat. He don't understand what it's doing to me. Deep down inside, like a people.
People are gonna watch this.
In that passenger seat, flying.
The people I know, I mean.
I need a chick on time, don't mind being early. I ride or I die down at 6:30. Straight up chick like 12 o'clock. I don't know where yet, that's what she tell the cops. Can tell she don't even budge. Round and round we go. Don't stop till I tell you so.
I'm in that passenger seat.
All right, Nelly.
High in the air.
All right, that was 4x4 with Nelly, and I think I did like that one. Yeah, I like the country pop kind of feel to it. It was a good blend. It sounded good, and Nelly's and Miley's rhythm was good. Yeah, they were on beat, and they had like the little country twang, I suppose. We're gonna move on to the next song. The next track on the album is titled My Darlin', featuring Future.
Stand by me, 'cause we gon' make a movie, let's go get it. 3D, the 3D, we gon' make a movie, let's go make it. 3D, why don't you stand?
What happened to that feeling? We'll never get back. I ain't take no shots, but you still got me high. What happened to that feeling? I wish you wouldn't stop.
We was supposed to be together.
Yeah, 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 yeah. They say the love can hit you so fast.
Okay, the song's almost over, and the production sounds good. I like the way it sounds for the most part. However, Future and Miley on this track, I don't know. It's not really doing it for me so far. There's substance with the lyrics, so I have something to kind of gravitate towards. I'm afraid it's gonna fall off by the end, but yeah, we're gonna keep listening. All right, that was My Darlin' featuring Future. That song is not something that I will plan to revisit. The production was not enough to save the song, at least for me. Sometimes Future sounds good on some tracks. I mean, his enunciation was somewhat understandable. Yeah, I personally don't think he sounded great with this production. I think Miley did an okay job, but the both of them together, it just felt incongruent. I don't know. That's probably just me. Yeah, this one isn't something I'm going to revisit. All right, we just heard My Darlin', and we are going to move right along. The next track on the album is titled Wrecking Ball. All right, that was Wrecking Ball, and that one is standout track. This video, yeah, if you're watching this video, you definitely know. This single and this video, dare I say, broke the internet, I feel like. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen the video. Or have I seen the video all the way through? I don't know. I think I might have seen like a couple clips of it, but I've never seen it all the way through. But like me in eighth grade when this came out. But wow, what a time. I will never forget. I'm gonna include that Whitney Houston scene. I'm gonna include that Whitney Houston clip right here.
Wow, what a moment I will never forget. A moment that is most pleasing to me in my career.
No words, honestly. I have nothing to say about it. We're gonna go on. Alright, the next track on the album is titled Love, Money, Party, featuring Big Sean. That producer tag.
Money ain't nothing but money. When you get to the money, it ain't nothing but money. Love ain't nothing but love. When you learn how to love, it ain't nothing but love.
Wait.
Party ain't nothing but a party. When you party every day, it ain't nothing but a party. Money ain't nothing but money. When you get to the money, it ain't nothing but money. Love ain't nothing but love. When you learn how to love, it ain't nothing but love. Party ain't nothing but a party. When you party every day, it ain't nothing but a party. Love, money, party, party. Learn how to love, it ain't nothing but love.
The millennials must have went crazy in the club when this song was playing. They had to have gone crazy and lost their minds. Cause there has to be like some club remix of this song, cause this is a club banger. Hence the album title. We're not even at Sean's part yet. And she's like rapping too, I think. Yeah, anyway, we're gonna keep listening.
Yeah, I'm chilling with those kind. DIG shine down while I'm on. Detroit Playboy, I get my berry on the all-night flight to an island. I be gone in the morning, I don't even need to carry on. What?
Hold on. All right, that was Love Money Party with Big Sean. So, with Love Money Party, it is definitely a party anthem. I cannot see Miley Cyrus releasing this song today. I think this song was just good for the time, but I feel like the song sounds great, even in 2023. And I guess 2024, when you all will be seeing this. I'm kind of ambivalent because I like the way the song sounds. I don't care for the lyrics at all. I feel, what's the opposite from substantial? I can't think of the word, but I don't know. Okay, we're gonna move right along. The next track on the album is titled Get It Right, in all capitals and a hashtag at the beginning. This should be interesting.
Make my tongue just go do, flex it, flex it. Got your muscles sing go through the roof, rest it, 'cause it's just coming out. I've been laying in this bed all night long. This is the first time I get to see things I've never seen in my life. Yeah. Make flowers grow. I've been laying in this bed all night long.
All right, hold on. So here's a little like pop culture lesson or tidbit for you. But so we went from Breakout in 2008 and then Can't Be Tamed in 2010 and then Bangers in 2013. There's already like a shift happening. So we see it's very like, this is like Hannah Montana days. And then it went Can't Be Tamed and it's like pushing a boundary, but like not quite there yet. And then Bangers is like Good Girl Gone Bad Rihanna. And this is her Good Girl Gone Bad era, if you will. Like the pop girlies in the late 2000s and early 2010s, they all, I feel like it's a ritual at this point. Like there's like the good girl. I feel like Olivia Rodrigo's Good Girl Gone Bad era is coming. It's coming. Yeah, times are so much different. The times are very different now. That is for sure. I mean, granted, I don't really feel like any artist is doing what Miley Cyrus did in 2013 now, at least not that I've seen. I feel like I'm just like spouting stuff here, but like not really coming to a conclusion. I'm just making a bunch of observations. That's all it is.
Just as long as it's you and I together, babe, don't make me wait.
Okay, this definitely sounded like a Pharrell kind of song. That's for sure. I'm kind of in between. I feel like the song could grow on me, but I also felt like, I mean, for one, the outro could have been trimmed down a little bit. Get It Right, I feel like that one could possibly grow on me, but I don't know for sure. Yeah, I think we're gonna move on. The next track on the album is titled Drive.
When you call,
You can drop the keys off in the morning. But I guess I got no Valentine. Sipping roses out as letting die. I was crazy thinking you were mine. It was all just a lie. Tried my hard to. You acted like you wanted this, but then you let me on. I thought you would be there when I go.
All right, that was Drive, and I think I may have liked that one. Yeah, she was giving us vocals. I did feel like it was kind of contradicting because she was like, drive my heart into the night, but then I'm a fool. I'm just paraphrasing, but like, I'm a fool for believing that you are mine. Like, what a lie. But then I feel like the lyrics were contradicting themselves. Wait a minute. Before I make any baseless claims. Okay, if you're done with it, then what'd you say forever for? If forever is out the door, I'll ignore when you call. If I fall for it again, I will be a fool. If our love is at the end, then why do I still want you? No. I'm gonna stick by that. The lyrics are kind of contradicting themselves. So she's like, I want you, but I don't at the same time. You can leave. Here are the car keys. You can just drive. You can just drive. Drive your car. Drive your heart. Drive that car right into my heart. Or something like that. I think I like Drive. Yeah, I think that was a standout track. So for the next track, I am just going to refer to it as track 10. I'm not going to outright say the song title. It's probably not a big deal, but I'm also like, if people were to watch this like many years from now and they see and hear me say it, they could easily clip it out and use it in like something else. I'm probably just overthinking it, but I'm also talking for way too long. The next track on the album is titled Track 10, featuring French Montana.
I found a love that I thought was gonna last. Then I accidentally saw a few things in your cell. I even LOL, man, I should've known.
Not LOL.
Why you doing what you do? You might as well just tell the honest truth. I'm practicing on you.
can't bend this, could have been it. We done been there, we done been back. You ain't with it, could have said that. Why you tripping? Let me hit that. I ain't trying to argue on my I do it all for you.
Make us so nonchalant. What makes you think I will stick around? I'm not as stupid as you sound.
Hold on. Go back. Rewind. What did she... I know what she said. I know what she said. I need to hear her say that one more time.
Make us so nonchalant. What makes you think I will stick around? I'm not as stupid as you sound. And you sound really dumb right now.
You sound so dumb right now.
I got
Whoa.
and the other one's you. 'Cause what you gotta do.
Wow. That was a song. That was track 10 featuring French Montana. When the production hit, I was immediately like, how is French Montana gonna slide in on this song? He slid. I don't remember anything he said, but from what I remember, the way that he sounded didn't sound out of place, strange as it is. What I mean to say is the bass is very heavy and it's very like it was very random. It wasn't really like the production didn't follow like a set structure, and the lyrics were like playful but also full of anger because she's got 2 letters for you, and it's it was not a boring song, that is for sure. It is not boring at all. Yeah, it's definitely a song. Alright, the next track on the album is titled Do My Thing. I'ma do my thing. Okay.
So everybody hands to the sky, 'cause every single night and every single day, I'ma do my thing. I'ma turn up in here, turning up in here.
Okay, now I know why the parents shielded us away from Miley Cyrus in 2013. It's because of this song. And these lyrics are so corny. Like, I'm getting the message of it. She's like, every day, every night, I'm going to be me and I'm going to do my thing. I'm going to do what I want and lead that hedonistic lifestyle. And that's what I'm going to do. Again, this is something that Miley Cyrus today would not release. I cannot see her releasing anything like this. And yeah, I think we're just gonna keep listening. Oh. Okay, that one transitioned to the next song. Okay, artistic choice. I would have liked to see that throughout the album because I really like when albums do that. But yeah, that was Do My Thing. Oh, that one, not for me. Again, this one wasn't boring at all. That is a common theme that we've had so far with this album. None of the songs are boring, which is good. Like, I'm awake, okay? It's almost 2:30 in the morning, and I'm wide awake.
I think I'm ready.
Yeah, I don't really think I need to say anything else about that one. Alright, the next track on the album is titled Maybe You're Right.
You might think I'm crazy, that I'm lost and foolish, leaving you behind. Maybe you're right. Blame it on your mental jokes. How much did you think that I could take? So much for taking this to.
She brought up a really good point just now. Here comes a part of you and me arguing about nothing. You tell me it's as good as it gets. Yeah, I'm real emotional. Blame it on your mental jokes. How much did you think that I could take? Okay, I think I'm understanding what this means. It's like, oh, you're being emotional, like just like undermining and just making like disparaging remarks about, I'm guessing, what Miley has been going through, not really feeling validated. What I'm feeling is real and you're not taking me seriously. Like, what's up with that? I think that's what this lyric means. I'm really liking the lyrical content so far.
Fill the pages now. This chapter's done. Moving on up and forward on to all it will become. If you ever get to the place where the sun is shining every day, then I'll be on your mind. You might think I'm crazy.
Alright, that was Maybe You're Right, and that was a standout track. Yeah, as the song went on, I liked it more and more. And this is the one where I was able to retain and was able to remember the chorus of what the song sounds like. Maybe You're Right is a good track. Lyrical content's good, the production is, it's fitting for the aesthetic of the song, I suppose. The next track on the album is titled Someone Else. Okay, that was a run. Okay, give me like a David Guetta like beat drop. I need it.
Love is patient, love is selfless, love is hopeful, love is kind, love is jealous, love is selfish, love is helpless, love is blind, love is patient.
All right, that was Someone Else, and that one was okay. I don't know. I liked her vocals on this. She had some interesting choices with her enunciations, which at this point I'm not surprised, is what I'm saying. But there's a line where she was saying like, love is patient, and then she was saying love is jealous, love is selfish, and then I was like, oh, I thought she was quoting 1 Corinthians just now, and then she was saying all that. I'm like, oh, that's not, I don't think that's right. Yeah, 1 Corinthians 13 in the Bible. I thought she was nope, that's not right. That was Someone Else. That one could potentially grow on me, but yeah, we'll see if I revisit this one. The next track on the album is titled Rooting for My Baby.
Hold on, in a minute it'll be over and gone. Gone, 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 gone. I know that you go through life. Yeah. Rooting for my baby.
We were rooting for you. We were all rooting for you.
See, I've been
Learn something from this. Okay. Alright, that was Rooting for My Baby, and that was a standout track. I did like that one. I liked the way it sounded. I liked her vocals on it. I understood the lyrical content. Like, let me cater to you, cause baby, this is your day. Baby, you gonna be away. I got your slippers, your dinner, your dessert, and so much more. Anything you want, I wanna cater to you, basically. But not actually, obviously. Yeah, I did like Rooting for My Baby. I could potentially see myself adding that to a playlist. I don't know which one yet. But yeah, I think we're gonna move on. Alright, the next track on the album is titled On My Own. Okay. You could use a different metaphor, but it's fine. Up like the feds. Okay.
I'm so confused. Get done on your own. You would never listen when I need someone to talk to. So you switch the subject, cause it's beyond you. And when you talk about your dreams, I'm never included. I need to stop sleeping on myself. Wake up and do it on my own.
Yeah.
I'll find a way.
Alright, that was On My Own, and another standout track. I think I'm liking the deluxe tracks more than the majority of the standard version, I think is what I'm realizing. I was about to be like, wait, let me go back, let me look at the standard version, see like which ones, like where it cuts off, but like, nope, we don't have time for that. I mean, you all have time for it, but me, on the other hand, I need to go to bed. Yeah, I think On My Own, this is the track where I'm really realizing the main messages incorporated through the album. Like, this is the one I'm like, okay, I see a common theme with some of the lyrical content with some of the other songs. Very individualistic, independent, very like emphasizing the importance of independency, doing it on your own, not having to depend on anybody else. And that theme is really incorporated through some of these songs, at least. Yeah, On My Own was a standout track. We are down to the last track on Bangers, and it is titled Hands in the Air featuring Ludacris.
Scared to look back now. I remember when I was all alone, nobody around to hold me down. But now you're here with me tonight. I'm dancing to the sound. My words in the crowd, too high to come down.
Oh, she said, hey, put your hands in the air. What am I doing?
It's go hard or go home, and it ain't no looking back. My toughest enemies in the mirror, would you look at that? I'm top 5, dead or alive, one of the best to rhyme.
And there we have it. That was the end of Bangers, the deluxe version by Miley Cyrus. I got some things to say. Let's talk. Actually, before I talk about the album as a whole, let's talk about Hands in the Air with Ludacris. I like Ludacris on this track. I liked his verse. And imagine if I was like listening to this song and I didn't get the memo. She's like, let me see your hands in the air. And I'm like, oh, this nice song, it's cool. Oh wait, put your hands in the air. Yeah, Hands in the Air. I think that one might be a grower for me if I choose to seek this song out again. Shall we go over all the songs that I liked and connected to? Let's see. Starting off, we have Adore You, We Can't Stop, 4x4, Wrecking Ball, Drive, Maybe You're Right, Rooting for My Baby, and On My Own. So that is 8 tracks out of the 16 songs on the deluxe version. It's about half. I suppose it's decent. It's fine. If it was less than half, then I'd be like, oh, that's not good. Like, I did not like the album that much. Now, after listening to the entire album in full, I can see why she put the deluxe tracks on the album, it's so ironic because I ended up liking the deluxe tracks more than some of the standard tracks. I'm like trying to gather what I'm thinking, but I'm also like so tired at the same time. So overall, the sound of the album, obviously Michael made it, produced, I would say, a majority of the songs, and then Pharrell had some involvement as well. Honestly, the singles off of this album, the production on those is just an impressive and well done job. Like, the production is top tier, the vocals are top tier, the melody of it just sings together so well. However, there are songs like track 10 or Love Money Party or Do My Thing, for example, where the production or like the sound of it felt very unstructured and forgive my complexity, but it sounded arbitrary at some points where it felt like it's going this way. It just felt very like not consistent. I can also understand and see why this was such a controversial project, but this was also a turning point in her career. Like, if anything, this was a necessary project for her to evolve, grow, and learn from. And I've definitely seen so much growth from this project alone. I mean, going from like Bangers to Endless Summer Vacation. This one felt very experimental. That's what it was. Endless Summer Vacation felt very secure and comfortable. Like, like Endless Summer Vacation era, like she knew what she was doing. She sounded very secure with the creative direction with that album and that era. Whereas this one had so many co-collaborators. This one felt like she had some say in how this album was being made, but it wasn't all up to her, which isn't always a bad thing. I mean, artists usually when starting out don't have full creative control. I mean, unless they're signed independently. But yeah, I think if anything, this Bangers album makes me appreciate her artistry even more, because it's just like to see the growth from this 2013 album to the 2023 album. I think that's all I have to say. What were your favorite songs on the album? And if you've listened to this album many times, what are your favorite songs? And do you have a favorite Miley project? Please let me know in the comments section. This is the very last video I will be recording in 2023, and you all will be seeing this in the new year. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.